One who gave his life was Imam Hussain alayhi salam. The ones that remained behind were Imam Sajjad and Janab Zainab. They went to the streets of Iraq and Syria and told everyone, our brother, Janab Zainab said, did not commit suicide. He gave his life to save Islam and all the Muslims. We all remain today for the sacrifice of one person, Imam Hussain alayhi salam, and his 72 companions. And Hazrat Zainab went to all the streets and told everyone, my brother gave his life for Islam and Muslims against oppression. Imam Sajjad went to the streets. Whenever people started throwing stones at them, he stopped and said, we are not traitors. We gave our lives. My father was not a traitor. He was not a Baghi. He gave his life for the sake of Islam, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to save the Tawheed, to save the oneness of Allah, that the believers will continue to believe. And I end here with a few words of the Masahib of Janab Zainab Kubra. Today, in a few minutes, you'll all head back to your cars and then you'll drive back to your homes. And many of you will rest then because you're all tired. You will drink water, you'll eat your food, and you will now then rest because you have now become tired. I wish that's how it had ended for Janab Zainab Kubra. I wish that's how it had ended for Janab Sakina. I wish that's how it had ended for Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. But that's now how it ended for them. That is now how it ended for Hazrat Sayyid Sajjad and Janab Zainab Kubra. Let me tell you what happened to them. A few people came and brought some shackles and placed them in the neck of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. They tied his hands, they tied his feet, and they said, now you have to walk in the streets from Karbala to Kufa, from Kufa to Halab, from Halab to Damascus. For the next 2 weeks, they were continuously walking. And in the streets, people would gather and stone Imam Sajjad and say this person, his father, had took a stand against Yazid. So they were all saying the words, these are people who are traitors, these are people who are bughat, these are people who are baghis. Imam Sajjad, whenever the people stopped, he said, now are you happy that you've hit me? Let me tell you who I am. Whenever the adhan happened, he said, this Muhammad Mustafa is my grandfather. I am the grandson, I'm the son of the grandson of the messenger of Allah. He told the people, and he said, these ladies that you see in the streets are the granddaughters of the Holy Prophet. The hajj you see, today there are no hajj. You will all go back. Imam Sajjad continuously saw the hajj of his father and uncles, and each time his small sister, 4 years of age, turned around to look at the head of her father. She cried and said, oh father, after you people continuously hit me on my face. Oh father, people took out my earrings. Oh father, look at the blood on my shoulders. Father, this is the blood from my own ears. Father, I call my uncle Abbas continuously in the streets. Father, no one comes to help me. Oh father, take me with you. I do not wish to live. Have you ever seen young people wishing to die? That was what was going on. A daughter came and said, Father, I do not wish to live. I want to leave with you. When in the prisons of Damascus, one day she saw in her dream that Imam Hussain has come, and he opened his arms and said, oh my daughter, come with me, I have come to take you. She said, Father, do not leave me behind. Father, I do not wish to live. Imam Hussain picked her up and left with her. She suddenly woke up and realized I had a dream. She said to her mother, Mother, just now my father was here. Mother, I do not wish to live. I want to leave this world with my father. They all started crying. Hazrat Rabab looked at Hazrat Zainab Kubra and said, what should I tell my daughter? While they were all crying, Yazid heard them cry and woke up and said, why are they all crying? Why are the ladies crying? They told him, there is a small girl, she's calling for her father. He asked, who is her father? They replied, it is Hussein. He said, give her the head of Imam Hussein. They placed it in a utensil and placed a cloth on top. When they were bringing that utensil, Hazrat Ruqayya or Sakina was thinking that this is some food they've brought. She said, I'm not hungry anymore. I don't want anything to eat. I don't want anything to drink. I just want my father. A person quickly uncovered the head. She looked at her father, and as soon as she looked at her father, she She saw the cut veins. She saw that the veins of her father had been slit. She looked at her father and said, Father, when you left the tents, that's